In this video, I'm just going to express how tired I am. I'm tired of failure. I'm tired of always losing. I'm tired of always having to wait and be told, my time will come, my time will come. I'm like, when is that going to happen? When I'm an old man? I mean, I'm fed up with this. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of being told to stand in the corner and twiddle my thumbs and wait for someone to show up if I'm lucky. I'm tired of having to obtain the bare minimum just to survive. I'm tired of not having the life that I want. I'm tired of failure. I'm tired of compromising. A compromise is just, it's not a victory, and it's not a defeat, but it's somewhere in between. It's either win or lose, and I'm tired of it all. It's like, all I get is just crumbs. And if I ask for maybe leftovers, I feel as though people look at me as though, well, why are you asking for more? Aren't you happy with what you got? And it gets to a point where I wonder sometimes, what's the point? And no matter how often I try to get up, I'm knocked back down. I'm knocked back down to where I started. It's always, I take one step forward, 2 steps backward. That's been my entire life. No matter what happens or what goes down, it seems that I never can get ahead in life. And I've had people blame my religion. I've had people blame my history. I've had people blame how I looked or how I sounded. And that ain't even good answers. That's not a proper answer. I've had people even say it's because you're white and you deserve to be held back for what you've done to others. What have I done to others? I feel like I've never had the opportunity to be part of the big dogs. To be part of the winning team, in a way. You know, part of the winner's circle, if you know what I mean. It seems I have to make excuses, and I have to make up things in order to feel important, as I'm not given the respect I deserve. It's as though I'm not allowed to win. It's as though I'm not allowed to have what I desire. It's as though everything is on the top shelf, and I'm told to get it without a ladder. And that to me is bullshit. I'm not respected. People laugh at me when I get pissed off. I don't understand it. I know they're laughing at me. I've heard this bullshit excuse, people laughing with me. That's not what, I was not being funny. And someone who laughs at me, I lose their respect. When they laugh at me, when I'm trying to have a serious conversation, I lose their respect then and there. I lose all respect for them then and there as well. You know, you want to laugh at me, you know, guess what? That means that I've lost my respect. You've lost my respect. And I admit this video's rambling. I admit it's going on and on. I mean, I look at the stories about the new kid on the block, or the new family on the block, and people are like, wow, who are they? What are they doing here? They're not us. They're not with us. They're not part of us. And that's been how it's been going all my life. I feel like a beginner, and it's like put a fire under my ass. The problem is, people just don't connect with me very well. I just don't understand it. But it is all doom and gloom. Now I'm getting somewhat fairly decent employment. I'm not going to go in detail about that. Some women seem to be interested in me. And I'm now getting a little respect, so I can't complain about it all. And there are people that want to badmouth me and not watch my videos and trash me because of my living situation. I mean, good grief, everyone. Did it ever occur to anybody that this is an entire work of progress back here? If you saw my early videos, you would see how bad the heap was unorganized. At least give me credit for trying to get it under control. At least give me credit for making an attempt, instead of having it all over the place. At least I'm doing what I can. And back in the day when I started on YouTube, I was hoping to be a rising star. But as always and as usual, I have to have certain elements and certain people hold me down and hold me back. As though my success is frightening to them. As though I'm not allowed to win. All my life, I've been basically taught, you're allowed to observe. You're not allowed to participate. You're only allowed to see what you could have, but can't. I mean, I'm a cosplayer myself. I dress up like anime characters and video game characters. I go to cons. I've written a book or two, and you know what? I don't have the popularity I deserve and I desire. And I make videos on YouTube. Only a handful of people bother to watch them. And it's been hard trying to get back up to my 2008 levels, where people were commenting on my videos left and right. Even though the videos were voted down, at least people watched them. At least people commented them. I understand religion was the first thing I mainly talked about on my channel. And it really is aggravating and upsetting. But I don't have the fan base I used to have. And I don't like the idea of going back to a topic I've already made comments on and talked about. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse when I talk about religion. I can sell you anything you want, but if you don't want it, I can't sell it to you. And I look at all these YouTubers that have 1,000 subscribers, and yet they're getting 20 comments a day, 300 likes, 20 dislikes, and I wonder, why isn't that me? I seem to be making some progress on my Instagram, and we'll have a link down there for you. And it's as though I don't have the potential to do better. I want to do better, but every time I come up and try to do better, or have something that I desire and want, I'm told, oh, take 2 steps back. I take 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And that's just how it's been with me. And I'm sick of it. And before anyone finds fault with outside factors or religion or my political views, I don't see how that's to blame. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm not winning the hearts of women like I should. Maybe I'm doing something incorrect. Maybe I haven't found my niche. Maybe my time will come, and I'm tired of being told that. I'm tired of being told to be content with little. I'm thankful for what I do have. Don't get me wrong. But is it rude to ask for more? Is it rude to say, I desire better, because I can do better? As I'm fed up with settling for less. And I feel that I've had to lower my standards day in day out, time and time again, that I've had to lower my standards, and it's gotten to a point where I'm not sure if I have any standards left. I mean, I'm not desperate for anything. But for once, I'd like to have the level of respect where people take me serious. Where they don't make big jokes about what I try to do or what I try to accomplish or what I want in life. Where people respect me and not look down at me or talk down to me. And I don't feel I have any respect from anybody. Because if they did, they would not laugh at me. They would not talk down to me. They would not look down at me. They would not think of me as pathetic because of my living situation. They'd say, well, you're struggling, but at least you're trying to do better. And I'll give you that. I just don't feel I have anyone's respect. And I feel as though I'm not getting anywhere in life. It's like I'm spinning my back wheels in life. And quite honestly, it really is sickening. I'm just sick of it. I'm just tired of it. I mean, we only get one shot at this thing called life. And on average, I'm like a third of the way through life, and I still don't feel where I should be, where I need to be, where I want to be, where I ought to be. And quite honestly, I don't know where to begin to tell you how sick of it I am. Any comments on this video? I mean, I doubt it's going to get any hits. I mean, hopefully someone watches it. Preferably a bigger audience than my regular fan base. Why am I so negative? I'm not negative. I'm not woe is me. I'm just angry. I'm more angry at life. More angry and restless at life. Not sitting around sulking and sobbing about it. At least I'm actually doing something. I've got my first ebooks being published right now. I'm working on them. I'm getting them published. I'm looking to learn coding. I'm still learning coding. And I'm also hoping to learn Photoshop. If not a Photoshop alternative. And I admit I don't have a strong voice. I admit even my voice is annoying. And I admit my living space is not the cleanest. But at least I am not a hoarder. Yeah, I know you're going to say something about that. Because I don't see hoarders. Okay, the difference between me and a hoarder is this. I don't see hoarders making plans to reorganize their living space. Me? When I have the funds and I have the resources to do so, I'm just going to do that. In fact, one of the reasons I'm putting all my stuff in these plastic storage totes. I tried saying tote and box in the same sentence, in the same word. It came out that way. That's beside the point. Is so that when I do reorganize the heap, I can easily take one of the boxes, slide it out of here, and then slide them all out of here so that all my stuff is in one go, and then take out everything else, reorganize the furniture, and then put in my bookcases that I'm hoping to obtain. I'm not just going to get one. I'm hoping to get 5. I'll show you a link of the bookcases I'm hoping to get, and it will most definitely be a long, tedious process, but it is what I'm hoping to do. And quite honestly, it is going to be a work in progress. I also need to get a new camera. So it's not all woe is me here. It's just that I could be doing better than what I'm doing now. And quite honestly, to be honest with everyone who watches this video, believe it or not, 10 years ago, when I first started YouTube, I didn't have a job. I didn't have much in the way of friends. I didn't have much in the way of any sort of women interested in me. And lastly, I was very bitter, angry, and depressed. Not as angry, bitter, that I am now, but far worse than what I was. 10 times worse. Yet I now have a job. Actually, 2 jobs. Make that 2 jobs. One's more of a part-time gig. The other one is my main job that I work. I have at least a group of people that I hang out with every Friday. Sometimes Saturdays. I've been for my church experience, I've been to this church I've been going to for 8 years now. Excuse me. Not 8 years, excuse me. Yeah, that's right, 8 years. 8 years. 8 years I've been going to this church that's down the road from where I live, so that's pretty good. I contribute in the way of, helping out with the fall festival, helping out with the family fun time that they have once every year. I sometimes contribute ideas to their Christmas play. And quite honestly, the Christmas play like a year or 2 ago was actually very impressive. I mean, I wish I had a camera for that. And I also help out with Sunday school. Help out, people are now learning to understand, wow, this guy's very outspoken about his faith. And like I said, I do have some, better... Life is somewhat going better for me. It's not where I want to be, but it's better than where I was. So if you watch this video and throughout the beginning, if you get this point, you'll notice I'm very upset about how my life's not going anywhere and how it's not progressing at the rate I want it to progress. But I will say this. It's a lot better than where I was years ago. But I'm not going to hold on to the good times. I'm going to celebrate the good times while I can. Because I'm the kind of person that believes the good times will come to an end even before I know it. And not to take solace in the success of what's going on right now. Because success is a very strange thing. You can make success instantly and lose success overnight. And that's why I don't, I express gratitude for what I do have, even though I believe I could be doing more. Because I could lose what I have right now, what little I have in an instant. And I don't want to be in that position, but I'm, wise enough to know that it could happen. That anything and everything can happen. And I have to prepare for that. Because failure and success are 2 ways. You can win everything and lose everything. And people don't seem to realize that. And people, they're all going, yeah, the high life, yeah, they're living the success, they're living the success and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, their health goes down, their business goes down, their money goes down, their family goes down, everything goes down. One second they're living the high life. 1 second they're healthy. And 1 second they're happy as a clam. And then before you know it, you lose everything. Well, anyways, as I see myself, rather than be all doom and gloom, and as much as I hate how I'm not progressing farther than I want to, I'm still a work in progress. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I should be. I'm not where I could be or where I would be. But the fact I've gotten this far and I'm still fighting should give everyone the admiration that even though I don't have what I want, or what I desire, or what I could, should, or would have, I'm not giving up. I refuse to. I may not have it all together, but it doesn't mean I'm going to give up in getting it all together. And that's all I got to say.